Hello and welcome to Comic Drake, where I talk about comic books and my name is Drake. If you had told me a few years ago that one of my favorite comic books that was going to be coming out was the freaking Flintstones, I probably wouldn't have believed you, but here we are, and let me tell you about why it's that awesome, surprisingly. Just like a lot of y'all, I grew up on the Flintstones growing up. Even though it was a little bit before my time, they still played it on Cartoon Network and Boomerang, and I got exposed to it a whole lot as a kid. It has not really been one of my favorite series that I look back on. I think I was definitely much more of a Scooby-Doo fan when it comes to Hanna Barbera stuff, but the Flintstones was still there in some capacity. But like I said, it never really was something that stuck with me and was something that I consider myself a super fan of. But a while back, DC started rebooting all of these Hanna Barbera cartoons as kind of modern, sometimes more edgy versions in the form of comics. And they have been successful in relative degrees, but the Flintstones, which on its first draft of the art, which was shown whenever they were about to release those, I didn't think I was going to be on board for it, but then I actually gave it a shot like all the other books, and I absolutely love it. So, like the Flintstones TV show that we all know and love, there is a lot of satire, but it's set in the Stone Age, and you're able to use a lot of these Stone Age problems to kind of juxtapose the actual problems in society that are going on today. And man, oh man, the comic cranks it up to 11. A lot of the references and satire is very on the nose. It can be very obvious what they're making fun of, but it's all done in a good way. I don't think it's ever come off as malicious or rude, and it's been, as the kids would say, me being one of them, this book is woke, fam. And that probably just caused a lot of people to click off. Regardless, dude, the Flintstones knows exactly what it is, and it deals with a lot of really interesting and important issues of today's society. We got gay marriage, and how we treat veterans, and suicide rates, and consumerism. It's so good, but also, man, this book is sad. I did not understand going into the freaking Flintstones comic that I was going to be crying over a vacuum cleaner, or in this case, a talking elephant, or even a bowling ball, or in this case, an armadillo. But dude, these side appliance stories are just as awesome and in-depth and intricate and depressing as the main stories, which is really, really weird because they're going on in the background. The art is really well done. Like I said, I wasn't an initial fan of what was proposed whenever they first started shopping these images around, but the new style of the comics, I'm absolutely on board for. I think the aesthetic choices are really great. And of course, a lot of the jokes, like both the puns and the visual jokes of the Flintstones are there. You still got all of the, Stone Age equivalents to modern conveniences. Everything's made out of rocks, or they're animals that they're using as appliances. And of course, you got all of the puns, and it's for store names and other stuff. Somehow they master technology and they have TVs and cameras and stuff, but that's half the joke, and it's great. You got your Carl Sagan look-alike doing all the science. It's great. I will say before anybody goes off on me, I do not like the Flintstones comic just because they had an amazing crossover with Booster Gold. The Hanna Barbera comics had some crossovers with actual DC continuity characters, and they were fantastic. This one made a lot of sense. Booster Gold being my favorite hero, a time-traveling hero, this was the perfect character that you could have used for this book. And oh my god, this crossover book captures both the essence of Booster Gold and the Flintstones really well, even though they got a little small error with the abacus in there because I'm a nerd and I pointed it out on Twitter, and the writer Mark Russell got back to me, said it was as bad. I like that. Dude, Mark Russell is such a great writer. This book is funny, it's sad, it's timely, it's witty, it's a bunch of everything. It's what I love about comics, and it is what you can do with the medium in a non-caped fashion. Everybody thinks that comic books are just about capes, and that's not the truth. There are so many different genres out there. Superheroes are just the most popular genre out of them all. This is a good book, and it's really great that we're taking something licensed that a lot of people have kind of forgotten about. It wasn't on the radar, and like me, it wasn't something that was a huge deal for them, but they still know about the brand very well, and you're able to turn it into something great and unique and fantastic. I can keep using adjectives as much as I can, and I cannot. That will still not speak to the quality of this book. I can't believe that probably my favorite book out of all of DC Comics, including their Batmans and the Supermans and the Flashes and the Green Lanterns and everything, this is the book that when I see it comes out on Wednesdays, I get so excited for and I read it first. That is weird, and I still can't believe it, but we're more than 12 issues in. Well, actually, no, I think we're at the time of this recording, I think we're at 11 issues, but it's been running for a good while, and I still haven't gotten tired of it. I still love the jokes, I still love the satire, I think that it's brilliantly done, I think it's in a time that we need it the most, and that's great. I only hope that the Jetsons can continue on in this fashion and show the satire from the future perspective, which, let's be real, the Jetsons are just the future version of the Flintstones. I'm excited to see where that goes, I'm excited for that premise, I'm excited for what the Flintstones continues to deliver, and I really hope that me gushing about it gets you to buy it. For the love of God, buy this book so it can keep going. I want to read more stories, and I want this book to be successful so they don't cancel it. If anything here, this video is selfish because I want more books. I want to read more. Help me out, support your local comic book shop, and do that. It'll be great. And a quick aside before we go, I guess you could say that somewhere in the continuity of DC Comics, the Flintstones and other Hanna Barbera properties are in there somewhere. So, weird segue, you should go check out my friend Fancy Teeth, Jay. He is an awesome creator. He just did his top 10 alternate universes in DC Comics. It's a great video. I've done some work over on his channel. I'm probably going to do some more over there as well. If you like what I do, you're going to love what he does as well. This is me sending you over to him awkwardly, and it's great. Bye, Flintstones. Go watch his stuff. I'm going to go now. Goodbye.